Good morning and welcome to Super Screen News at 10. I am Olamide Onwuka. The Code of Conduct Tribunal, the CCT, has adjourned the court hearing of Senate President Bukola Saraki and the federal government to adopt their final written addressing in their top speaker Saraki's trial on 3 charges of false assets declaration until March the 8th. Though the Danladi Umar-led CCT had on February 6, 2018, fixed Tuesday for the parties to adopt their addresses. At the resumed hearing of the case, Saraki's defense team sought an adjournment to enable them to file a reply to the federal government's written address. Saraki's lead counsel, Kanu Agabi, SAN, said it was only served with the prosecution's final written address after the close of work on Monday. The Department of State Services, DSS, says it has arrested Barnabas Amadu, who was accused of being a member of a gang that killed and kidnapped a member of the Taraba State House of Assembly, Ozia Ibie. The service said Amadu, arrested on February 25th at Takum in Taraba State when a joint team of service operatives and the military arrested the kidnapping a 23-year-old Isaiah Suwe. Suwe was said to have led the team to Gize village in Katsina Ala local government area of Benue State, where Madu and members of his gangs were arrested. The spokesperson for the DSS, Tony Puyo, who disclosed this in Abuja, said other arrested members of Suwe's gang are Aundi Tersu, Nenegem Babua, and Damien, amongst others. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has declined assent to the Nigerian Peace Corps and the establishment bill passed by the National Assembly in 2017. In a letter read by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, President Buhari cited security concerns and financial implications amongst all the reasons for his decision. The bill has been widely anticipated by many Nigerians who believe the creation of the Corps will partly address the nation's unemployment crisis. The much anticipated Nigerian Peace Corps bill had in late December 2017 arrived the presidency for possible assent after it was transmitted to the President Buhari by the clerk to National Assembly, Sani Omolori. The Senate had passed the bill on November 25, 2016, shortly after the House of Representatives passed the small bill. Still talking about the federal government has set up a 12-member committee to unravel the circumstances surrounding the abduction of the 110 students of the Government Girls Science and Technical College, Dapchi, Yobe State. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, who disclosed this in a statement in Abuja, said the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Monguno, convened the committee. Mohammed said the committee, which will be chaired by a military officer of the rank of Major General, comprised 1 senior provost, each from the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force. He also said all the members of the committee included representatives of the National Intelligence Agency, the Defense Intelligence Agency, Nigerian Police Force, Department of State Services, and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. He said the committee, to be inaugurated on Wednesday, is expected to submit its report by March 15th. Ahead of the 2019 general elections, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Lagos State has expressed optimism over their chances as it begins reconciliation moves to unite members. They said this at an event organized by the Lagos State chapter of the party. More details in this report. As the 2019 elections draws closer, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has been making plans and strategizing in their aim to return to the mantle of leadership in the country. Lagos State Chairman of the party, Moshood Salvador, highlighted the party's ongoing reconciliation plans at an event organized at the Lagos Secretariat of the party.
We will do all possible best to make sure we reconcile all members. Nobody will be disrespected simply because of party office or whatever. It is your right to disagree. And it is my right or my responsibility to appease you, to beg you, to appeal to you, if it is in line with what you are talking about, if it is in line with Congress or whatever. But when somebody or a group of people now stand up and say they don't want PDP to win, they want to destroy PDP successes in the local government they want. That was why somebody can get off in a destroying and appealing to people not to vote for his party. How can that be tolerated? That is why they did another one in the world of yesterday, destroying their party. Enough is enough. We have to put an end to this.
Members of the party who spoke to Superscreen Television urged members to overlook their grief and preach to the people on the need to get their permanent voters card, which is the only license to vote. They also acknowledged the massive reconciliation efforts and promised that the party will return bigger and better in the 2019 elections.
What is important is mobilize voters to register, because it is through their registration that they can, make a difference in the next election. Some people have registered 1 year ago. Up to today, they've not collected their permanent voters card. What is happening? That's an area INEC must look into, and let us have all that have registered. They must have their personal, permanent voters card. That is very important for us in Lagos State, because we want to know the total number of voters we have, not temporary cards anymore. Temporary card is not in our interest at all.
We have learned our lessons, and we have put all problems behind us, all fighting behind us, and we are forging forward to make sure that we win all our elections.
We are strategizing and we are meeting our people. We are trying to sort out our problems so that the whole of us can work together for the progress of the party. We are having various committees handling the problems we have in PDP, because we cannot deny that fact that we have our own misunderstanding. Even though our opponents, they have a major problem. But I want to settle all the internal ramblings here and there so that we can strongly and collectively work together.
Only time will tell if the efforts will reap dividends at the end of the day. But the signs are promising for the People's Democratic Party as they aim to upstage the ruling All Progressives Congress. Senator Abdullahi Adamu, who was recently removed as chairman of the Northern Senators Forum, has vowed to fight senators and members of the House of Representatives who are, in his word, misbehaving. Adamu, who shortly after his removal was accused of mismanaging about 70 million naira belonging to the group, said lawmakers plotting against President Muhammadu Buhari ought to quit the All Progressives Congress. While addressing party members who visited him in Kefi, Nasarawa State, he said about sabotaging the president equaled sabotaging the federal government. Adamu said it was wrong to be elected into the National Assembly on the platform of a party and be engaging in anti-party activities. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has extended the tenure of the National Working Committee of the party. The extension was approved by the National Executive Committee of the party at its ongoing meeting in Abuja. Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello disclosed this to journalists midway into the NEC meeting. He said the NEC decision was based on the Article 13 of the party, which gives it such powers to do so. Bello also said executives of the party in various states will also benefit from the one-year extension. The families of reportedly deserted their homes in Asakio community in the Lafia East and development area of Nasarawa State, following the fear of being attacked by the ongoing crisis between Alago and Egon youths in the state. Report says the crisis started between two tribes when the Egon youths allegedly went to the Sako area to reclaim their original settlement, were destroyed during the 2012 and 2014 communal crashes. The alleged invasion by the Egon youths created war amongst the people, who subsequently started packing out of the area. You're still watching Super Screen News at 10. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll take some news from the business scene. Stay with us. Welcome back to Super Screen News at 10, and on the business scene. The Kogi State Government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC, for the production of biofuel using cassava and sugarcane. The State Governor, Yahaya Bello, who disclosed this, said the initiative would create millions of jobs in the state. Both parties signed the MOU at the headquarters of the NNPC in Abuja as the corporation announced plans of establishing biofuel filling stations nationwide in order to serve vehicles being powered by the commodity. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has announced a number of sanctions to some operators in the telecommunications industry for their involvement in masking of international calls. NCC Director of Public Affairs, Tony Ojobo, who disclosed this to journalists in Abuja, said that it has begun the second phase of investigation on the involvement of digital mobile operators in masking activities. Ojobo said the commission also barred over 750,000 numbers assigned to several private network links and local exchange operators licenses. Masking involves concealing international calls coming into a country and presenting them as local in order to make profits from the difference in prices between local and international calls. The sanctions announced by the NCC range from suspension of licenses to the issuance of warning letters. Still talking business, the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS, has shut 20 hotels, restaurant and event centers because of their failure to remit taxes. The Director of Legal Services of the LIRS, Sheyi Alade, disclosed this to journalists at the sidelines of a tax law enforcement exercise conducted yesterday. Alade said the affected firms owe the state government a total of 295.49 million naira, adding that the state had started full enforcement of all aspects of the tax laws on tax defaulters. The name of the short facilities include Bienvenue Suite Limited, Ayaxbel Hotel, amongst others. Still talking business, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has commenced direct disbursement of the affected notes to traders, flagging up the process at Wuse Market in Abuja. The Director of Currency Operations of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Priscilla Eleje, says 50 naira, 20 naira, 10 naira and 5 naira notes would be channeled to traders through their association and market across the nation. Eleje also said CBN will intervene on a weekly basis in the immediate and later respond based on demands. You're still watching Super Screen News at 10. We'll take a break now, and when we come back, we'll take some news from the foreign scene and some sports stories. Stay with us. Welcome back. Many thanks for staying with us.